Hey guys, welcome to Vegas United. Welcome to another video. And Manchester City 1, Lyon 3. And what can I say? The Cruyffism is having a horrible 2020. This is a year to forget, footballing wise and personal wise maybe. But oh my dear Lord, what happened? What did I just see today? Barcelona, I did expect to have problems against Bayern, and I did expect us to a point that we could get battered by Bayern. And I knew that it wasn't going to be the easiest game in the world, as some people were calling it, against Lyon. One, because against French teams, Manchester City has had some problems. And, a lot of things happened during this game. It's ridiculous what I just saw. And I know that all the blame is gonna go on Guardiola for that he tactically was naive, that he did a bad job tactically. I'm sorry, but when your players are absolute morons and absolute bottle jobs, you can't call it blame on the manager, on the coach, when your players are absolutely playing are making mistakes that I don't think I have made in a long time playing football. But anyways, let's start with lineups and then we'll go ahead and talk about the game. Manchester City opted to go with Ederson in net, a back three of Fernandinho, Rudi Garcia, and Aymeric Laporte. In midfield, Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and Ilkay Gundogan. In the wing backs, Kyle Walker and Joao Cancelo. And up top, Gabriel Jesus and Raheem Sterling. While Lyon opted to go with Anthony Lopez in net, Jason Denayer, Marcelo, and Fernando Marsal. In defense, in the wing backs, Cornet and Leo Dubois. And in midfield, Bruno Guimaraes, Jose Mawar, and Maxence Caqueret. While up top, finishing with Karl Toko Ekambi and Memphis Depay. Alright, where can I start? Let's talk tactics. And both teams kind of went with similar tactics as expected. Manchester City adding one more man at the back so we could have more depth in the fullbacks. That's what Guardiola decided to do, to add some depth. And tactically the game, both managers did a good job. I would say both Rudi Garcia and Guardiola did a good job tactically. Now, the one thing is the idea, and we all know it. One idea is the concept that you're trying to put out there, and another one is the way that your players can execute that concept. And would you like to know that, yet again, Manchester City is not that tactically they were naive, but that in the execution, they made some schoolboy mistakes that are going to send you home away from the Champions League. And I don't want to say I said so, because for one, I'm not in a mood right now to be talking like that. I'm not in a mood, or I have no right now to say I said so. But if you watch my Manchester City Real Madrid review, I said that when you generate 20 chances per game and you can only score 2 goals and you have a bunch of clear-cut chances and you keep missing time and time again and you make mistakes out of the back and stuff like that, that the one time that you don't generate a bunch of chances, of clear-cut chances, and you still keep missing the ratio that you've been missing at, you're going out. And would you like to know that that's exactly what happened today? Let's talk about the goals that happened, because all the goals from Lyon were mistakes from Manchester City. Ederson, in the first one, a ball up top, Karl Toko Ekambi is going up for it, and it's a battle between him and Rudi Garcia. And Rudi Garcia deflects the ball, but Ederson has gone out of his net. But the problem is that when you're a goalkeeper, when you're going out for a ball, you're going out for the ball. You cannot be staying halfway. You either stay back or you go out, but you can't stay halfway. That's deadly, and that's what happened. The ball fell in no man's land, and Cornet puts the ball into the back of the net. Ederson had obviously no chance because his positioning, he was completely out of position, and it is 1-0 to Lyon. Then in the second half, Manchester City started playing a bit better, not much, and a good cutback from Raheem Sterling to Kevin De Bruyne to make it 1-1, to make the game equal once again. But it didn't last long because a few minutes later, Laporte giving the ball to Caqueret in a really stupid position. Caqueret puts the ball to Aouar. Aouar fills the ball into space after the ball had been substituted by Moussa Dembélé, and Carto Kangambi lets the ball go through as he's offside. Dembélé goes 1-on-1 against Ederson, and it's 2-1. Then, but before that, we need to remember that Gabriel Jesus had a chance to make it 2-1 before they made it 1-2, because he had a beautiful cross from Raheem Sterling, all the time in the world, not that far away from Anthony Lopez. Okay, he had to make a volley. Just put it on target. Don't add too much power. Don't focus on, just don't sky it. What does Gabriel Jesus go and do? He skies it. You go from being able to be 2-1 to be losing 1-2. And a couple minutes later, another cross from Manchester City. Good play again from City. And then Raheem Sterling misses the goal with no keeper. An empty goal. A shot that I probably would have converted. A shot that probably a 5-year-old would have converted. And Raheem Sterling it just summarizes what Raheem Sterling is. He's amazing into getting space, into dangerous positions, but his finishing is so damn inconsistent that it's getting to be ridiculous. And again, from being able to tie the game 2-2, a few minutes later, again, Manchester City make mistakes, playing out of the back. The defenders, I don't know what they're doing. And once again, recovery from Lyon. Ball from René Adelaide or to Aouar into Moussa Dembélé. And after Aouar tried to take a shot against Ederson again, another mistake. When you are saving a shot, you cannot put the shot back into the dangerous area in the center. Like that shot that he saved from Aouar, it wasn't a really dangerous shot at all. You could have easily parried it out into the side. Put it to the corner, put it far into the side. I don't know, do something, but don't put it into no man's land, because Dembélé once again gets to the ball and finishes it 3-1, and you're out. Because you've made so many mistakes. I've counted how many mistakes in Manchester City that cost them deeply today. 5? 5 mistakes that if you would have just cut those in half, you possibly would have won, and if not, even tied. And that's the problem. That the Champions League is a competition where the team that's going to win is a team that does their tactical analysis better, that their tactics are suited to what they want to do, that they can execute their tactics effectively, and that they minimize the amount of mistakes that they do. Because the Champions League is a competition where you need to minimize the amount of mistakes that you made. If not, you're going out. And Manchester City have gone out today in the most pathetic way possible. Lyon did a good job. I'm not complaining. Honestly, they did play, they were exchanging blows in the first half, and I thought it was pretty good from Lyon and from Manchester City. But today, if I was Kevin De Bruyne, I would be thinking, what on earth is going on with my teammates? Like I can't do more. I can't play for all of them at the same time. Like, it's unbelievable. Rudi Garcia, I think that playing at the back, he's really consistent, that he's good, that he's, a promising center back, that he wants to join Barcelona and stuff like that. But honestly, I've had my concerns, and I did make a video not so long ago talking about Rudi Garcia and Jean-Claude Todibo and Araujo, and I did leave it out there that, at least for me, Rudi Garcia doesn't look to be, so superior that you would put so much effort into bringing back Rudi Garcia while letting go of Todibo and Ronald Araujo. or letting go of Todibo. Like, you have Todibo already, and for me, to be honest, what I've seen of Todibo is that Todibo, for me, is a clear better center back. So I don't understand this thing. Like, that's the thing. For me, Manchester City just needs better players. Like, today, if you change Agüero for Gabriel Jesus, who was injured, things could have been different. If you had better midfielders, like Rodri, I like Rodri playing at the back. I think he's just like Frank de Jong playing at the back. He's really good. He's really consistent. But defensively, like, he is very, very weak. Like, he is a liability defensively. Something that they need to improve on. Their wing backs, Cancelo and Walker, I like them. I think that they're pretty decent fullbacks. But you need better. Laporte, it's a really great center back, but he needs to take those errors out of his game. Ederson, he doesn't make mistakes that often, but decided to do them today. Sterling sometimes is one of the best finishers in the Premier League, and sometimes he is one of the worst finishers in the Premier League. So, all these things need to change for Manchester City to really go to the next level. Not only to challenge Liverpool next season for the Premier League once again, but to be able to win these kind of games that are winnable games. Because you created the chances. Just that when it was the moment to put them away or to not concede chances, then you weren't able to. And that's what cost you today. It wasn't Guardiola's fault that Sterling misses an open net. It is not Guardiola's fault that Ederson decides to parry a shot that was really easy to save. So, you can't blame today Guardiola, and I know that's gonna be what's gonna happen. Please, I encourage everyone, look tomorrow at Mundo Deportivo and Sport, especially at Mundo Deportivo, the likes of Sandy Noya, Cristina Cubero. I encourage you, look at them tomorrow. Look what it's gonna be saying. What tomorrow is gonna be first. What you're gonna see first in Mundo Deportivo is gonna be Pep Guardiola's Manchester City loses once again, disaster, calamity, horrible tactics, naive. It's gonna follow him because they hate the Cruyffism, they hate the way that the Cruyffism has done things, and therefore they hate Guardiola. This is absolutely pathetic from the players, and I have no words what is going on here. It's gonna be a Lyon Bayern Munich semi-final. The other game is gonna be RB Leipzig against PSG, and I wouldn't be surprised. I think that it would be a mistake for Bayern to think that the game is won before it's played against Lyon. I think that they're superior, and they should think that they're superior, but they shouldn't go out there thinking that, I'm just going to leave it out there. Lyon are going to be much better competitively than Barca were, for sure. It's not going to be 8 goals against Lyon. I don't think Lyon defensively are pretty solid, and they have really interesting midfielders and very pacey strikers that can do a lot of damage. So Bayern need to be worried. RB Leipzig gave the surprise against Atletico Madrid. So if PSG go and think that this is going to be an easy game, then you're going to find a lot of problems for sure. But anyways, I don't want to keep talking about it. I honestly, it's an absolute disaster. Depends on what happens tomorrow at the Sevilla Manchester United game. I might do a match review about it if it's a really entertaining game. If not, then I won't. I'd rather talk about some other things that I think are more pressing in the Barcelona environment. I'm expecting Setien to be sacked by Monday probably, and Pochettino to get announced soon after that, probably next few days after that. But we'll see. There's a lot of things going on right now with Barcelona, a lot of decisions that will be made. And anyways, with all said and done, guys, leave me all your decisions in the comment section below. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next one, Blaugranas.